Hi ladies and gents, it's Veronica from designaholicstudio.com. Today's video isn't going to result in a finished project. It will be finished at a later date though, so you have to stay tuned because I am going to finish this on video. I'm here to demo the water technique for applying napkins to a surface. This is at the request of one of our subscribers. I usually use this method when I'm applying larger pieces of napkin, but I really wanted to do this clip, so I decided to put this napkin on the clip so that you can see how to do it, and then put the clip aside until I'm ready to finish it. I painted it white to begin with. Don't forget, you always have to have white underneath your napkins. And I used our Allegro titanium white paint. There are 2 coats on here just to make sure I got solid coverage. The next step is to tear out a piece of the napkin that you're going to use. Now I'm going to use this. I'm going to use it to cover the entire clip, and I wanted snowflakes, and there's a little bit of music, which is going to be very nice. I'm wondering if I would like the music on here or whether I wouldn't. This is the kind of process you go through, trying a whole bunch of different things to see how you like them. I think I'm going to put the music up here because eventually I'm going to put something else down here. So you take your napkin. Oh, by the way, this is a really cute Christmas napkin that we have on our site. You can see that I've already used a section from it. It's going to get lots of uses. Now remember that you have to tear your napkins rather than cut them. And I thought that was torn all the way across, which it wasn't, of course. And I'm just going to tear my napkin down this way. There we go. Put that aside and place it here to make sure that I have the actual blue napkin everywhere, and then I'm going to tear the other side as well, just so that there's not too much napkin getting in my way. I hope I'm ripping it wide enough so that I can cover the whole piece here. Yep, that's perfectly fine. Okay, now you separate your napkin, of course. This particular napkin is only 2-ply, so it's very easy to separate. And there's your 1-ply taken off, and there's your 2nd-ply. Now, I'm assuming this was only 2-ply. I could be wrong. It looks like there might still be another ply on there. Oh, there was. Look at that. Ha! I didn't even know that. So this is a 3-ply napkin. You've taken off 2 layers of white, and now you've gotten just to the napkin part. The next thing you're going to do is take a piece of plastic. It doesn't matter what kind. I took a page protector and I cut it in half so that the plastic wasn't too thick. You're going to place the napkin that you're going to use upside down. Now remember to put it upside down, and you are going to put some water on it. Now this is a water brush. We don't carry these right now. If you would like us to carry them, please let us know in the comments. We certainly would like to do that. The only reason why I'm using this right now is because I want a little bit of water on my napkin, and I have a little bit of water in here, and it makes it easy just to pour it on. And there we go. I'm going to put a little bit down here. Oh, yeah, a little bit. You're supposed to put a little bit. And look what just happened. Oh, well, I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, now I'm going to use, to spread the water, I'm going to use a fan brush, but you don't have to use a fan brush. Again, if you would like to see us carry these, please let us know in the comments. You can use any kind of brush that you have. Spread your water out along the whole napkin piece. This is quite an easy process, really. And what it does do also is it helps to keep You see the way you can just pull the napkin down a little bit? Helps to keep air bubbles out of here and creases. I hope it works beautifully. Most of the time it does. This will be the one time it won't. You watch. Anyway, let's just hope it does. There we go. Don't press too hard. You don't want to rip anything. Okay, while that's sitting there wet, you can then take your clip and your mixed media glue. This is the Stamperia mixed media glue that I hope wasn't too hard to get open, and it wasn't. And use just a regular paintbrush and apply the glue to the top of your clip. Now I'm going to very shortly place that napkin on here, and it's nice to have a nice good coverage on your clip. You don't want any sections that aren't covered. It's very quick, ladies and gents. It won't take me very long to do this, and we'll be on to another project very shortly. And I'm covering it up. I don't know if it would get hard, but just in case, I don't want to take any chances. And I have my trusty little jar of water in my baby food jar, all ready for my brush so that nothing hardens in my brush. And okay, we've got glue on here. Move it out of the way a little bit. Take your piece of paper that has your napkin on it. Bring this back. And and the wonderful thing about this is you can see exactly where you're placing your napkin, which makes it terrific. Now, I don't particularly want the napkin on the section that has the cut. I'm going to cut that actually in a little while. Now, this is just an old gift card that I had, and you use it very gently to flatten the napkin and make sure you get rid of any air bubbles. This is like when you wallpaper a wall. You use a squeegee to take out the air bubbles before you are finished wallpapering. And you use your credit card or gift card or whatever you have, and you get rid of all of the air bubbles, and that looks like that's done. Now, this is probably the only tricky part. You have to peel back this piece of plastic. Not lift it, peel it back. Oh, this one's coming quite easily. Hallelujah. There we go. It's done. And there it is on the clip, in total. Not one single crease. All right, I've got two X-Acto knives here. I don't know which one's going to work, so I brought them both. All right, I'm going to just press down where I want. Oops, this is not working very well. This appears to be there. I'm just going to push it rather than try and cut it. Now, if I don't like this afterwards, I can go back into these small sections and repaint them white. I can paint right over the napkin. There, now it's separate and separated. And I'm going to flatten it down here as well on this other edge. There we go. Now, you are not going to believe what I forgot to bring. I brought everything for this demo except one thing. I forgot the sandpaper. And this is wet. I'm just going to take a piece of the napkin that I peeled off and dry this a little bit before I put it back in the cap. And there it is, back safely capped. Now, I forgot the sandpaper, and I don't know if I have anything here that will do the trick. But you know what? I'm going to try this X-Acto knife and see if it will work to take off that excess. And I'm just working sideways with the X-Acto knife, going from top to bottom. And I can't believe it. It is working. Maybe not as well as the sandpaper, because I hope it's not taking off too much and leaving me with white showing through. But you do have to get this off fairly quickly because it's going to stick to the sides, and I don't want it on the sides. Now normally, as I said, you would do this with a little piece of sandpaper, but this is working okay, and I don't want to have to get up and stop what I'm doing. Now I wouldn't normally, again, something else I wouldn't normally do is spend time showing you how to do this, because once you've seen me do one side, all the sides are the same. But I have to get it off, or it's going to stick to the sides of my clip, and I don't want it there. Although, look at that clip. If I had come down a little bit further, that would have looked quite nice on the side. So maybe you want to leave it there, if you plan for it in advance. There we go. That's working a little bit better. Huh. There you go. You learn something new every single day. Almost done. Almost done. Now you can use any kind of background napkin that you like for this. And you might be wondering why in heaven's name I've got a Christmas background on here, or a winter one. We're in the heat of the summer. Well, there's a little thing happening in August, and I'm going to finish this when that happens. You have to subscribe to find out what's going to be going on in August. That was kind of a sneak peek. This is kind of a sneak peek. Lots of fun things. There, almost done. Not too bad. One little section here. Oops. Got a little bit of white showing there, but I'll manage to fix that somehow. Oh, there. Better, when you do something like that, it's better to leave it alone. Okay, here we go. Almost done. Now the bottom of this clip is quite rough, so this is not the easiest thing to do. All right, we're almost done. Look at that. If you don't like the way that looks, eventually you could just give this a little bit of a sand across the bottom and it will be all fixed. I always have to pay very close attention to where I'm working, because I tend to just forget that there's a camera on me and that I need to be in a certain spot in order for anybody to see what I'm doing. And I constantly forget that. All right, there you go. It's on. Not a single crease, no bubbles, and it's the background for whatever I'm going to do on this clip in August. Well, there you go. I've shown you how to do that. It's a very easy process. You shouldn't have any trouble with it. Remember that you peel the plastic back rather than lifting it. If you lift it, you're going to lift the entire piece of napkin with it. So peel it back. I hope that this helps you to try this method, because it's very easy. It's quick. Oh, I forgot. That was extraordinarily silly of me. You do have to, after you've done this and you've taken off the excess, you do have to put on a second coat of mixed media glue. You know, I try to be perfect, but somehow it just doesn't work out. I totally forgot this, but you do have to do this. And this guarantees that it stays down. And it gives you a nice finish as well. There we go. Sometimes I think I just am a little too precise. I've seen other people put the mixed media glue on and they just slap it on. But I tend to be a little more careful than that. There we go. Second coat. It's on. Done. And now we really are finished. I'm going to let that dry. And you'll have that nice background on your clip. And because this obviously is a winter Christmas project, I am planning on putting the pictures of my grandchildren in here that I get when they've been to visit Santa Claus. And I will obviously have to do another one because I have more than enough grandchildren for one clip. Anyway, once again, I hope that this little video helped you to try this method. All of the products that I used are available on our site, and I've linked them in the description below. I'll be back soon with something very different from what I've been doing. Hope you're looking forward to it. Please like and subscribe. Why I have trouble with that word, I have no idea, but I always do. So have a very fun crafting day, and I leave you with my mantra, try it, you'll love it.